Today is a bloxburg video, and today we are going to be going over some tips and tricks and what not to do in bloxburg. This is going to have to be very quickly explained because I only have 15 minutes even on this because I can't publish a video to YouTube that's longer than 15 minutes when I'm not posting on my phone. But we can still do this. So, how did I exactly get this money? Like, where did this all come from without buying it? So, obviously by working. The job that I do is pizza delivery. I also did stalker for a long time, but then I realized that delivery is way better. So I do delivery, and yes, I do have the Game Pass. Well, I have all of them that help me with work, yes, so that's another reason why I have a lot of money. However, you can still get this money and get this house without Game Passes. I mean, the house wouldn't look that nice without Game Passes, and it wouldn't be this big without a Game Pass. But what I'm saying is you can still be rich and have a decent house without Game Passes. But I will also be talking to you on what Game Passes you should get, like my top ranking to bottom ranking. So you're going to want to start off as soon as you join the game. Don't worry about your house at all. Just click default house. It'll give you the house and just go straight to working. This means that you're going to be leveling up. You're going to make a lot more progress into leveling up if you start right away because there's really nothing else to do. So working is the #1 priority in this game, and that's what's going to get you here. I don't recommend buying money because it's legit going to get you nowhere. Like for 6,000, it's going to give you $500,000, and you can easily get $500,000 by just working. So here is the things that's going to get you rich the fastest. #1 is working at least half an hour shifts. Doing this, you're going to get a lot of money, obviously, and you're going to be leveling up so much. You're going to be leveling up a lot quicker. So the Game Pass that helps out with working and is actually my #1 on top ranking for Game Passes. It's called the Excellent Employee Game Pass. What this does, it doubles your income / pay per pizza and overall pay, and it also helps you level up 2 times as fast. So when you deliver a pizza, it counts as 2 deliveries, and for normal. If you have the Game Pass, it counts for 4. So you're going to level up 2 times as fast, and you're going to get 2 times as much money from working. So done with working. So things that so actually we're not done with working. I don't care if the job looks cool, if it's fun. It's not gonna be good pay unless it's delivery. I swear it is the best paying job. Don't listen to those level 50 miners or whatever. They only get like 500 per delivery. I'll be right back. Oh my god. I'm sorry. There's people I don't want background noise. Okay, so another thing is they only get like $200 per like diamond they mine. Like it's like nothing, and you get, I think maximum pays like $5,000 per pizza, and imagine getting a pizza delivered every like 30 seconds. That's $10,000 per minute at max level. plus the delivery. The Game Pass. So you will get 5,000 per minute if you don't have the Game Pass, and you get 2,500 per pizza. Sorry if my mic is loud. So no matter what, I don't care if the job is fun, less tiring, pizza delivery is the way to go. And another reason is because I was a stalker. That was my first ever job and my favorite job for a long time. But the reason why I quit was because I could only work like 10-minute shifts because my running around the store tires out your person, and so your mood will go down very fast. But the thing about delivery is you don't really need a good mood because you're just driving, you're not running around, so you'll still be delivering pizzas at the same rate or like speed. So yeah, and I know there's some jobs that you don't even have to move, but like they don't pay that much. So yeah. But okay, so I recommend on how you get a big house, how you get a lot of money besides from working. So I kept on building off of my default house until I got it really big, and then I completely deleted everything and I got enough money to build a bigger house. And I just kept on doing that over and over and over again until I got like $1 million and I built a really big house. And I deleted that one because I didn't like it, and then I built this house. So this one's not as much money, but it's not finished yet. What not to do when you're building a house. Don't buy the most expensive item because you think you're rich. Like, if you have $30,000, don't buy a $25,000 item. Don't buy a car. That's just dumb. Because then you'll have $6,000 to $12,000 left, and you'll have no way of building a proper house that you could have been. You'd rather spend $30,000 than $12,000 or $8,000 on your house. I always get a car after I'm done with everything. I don't even bother with decorations outside. I don't even paint anything. I just worry about getting the whole house done before even painting the house because I want to have enough. Because painting can be more expensive than you think. Because like $25 for like this wall, I have like 1 million of those walls. So for 10 of those walls, that's $250. That's $250,000. So, and you still have every single item you place down, which would be like $5 to $10. 5 times 100 is $5,000. So like, you gotta play it smart and cheap. Don't donate to people. I know, like, it's okay if it's like a few thousand, but if you don't donate like over $10,000. The reason I'm saying that is because number one, it's gonna make them think that you're gonna donate more and more and more because they think you're gonna donate all the time. Well, I don't even encourage donating because then the person's gonna think you're gonna donate to them every single time they ask. So don't do that. I just don't encourage donating because you can lose money from it. Don't waste money on dumb stuff you don't really need. Don't work on jobs that don't give you enough money. I don't remember because this is my second time recording and I said other stuff and I don't remember what I said. Don't beg for money. That's one thing I said. Don't beg for money. It's really stressful and annoying for those that are being begged. Like me, ever since I got my big house, people think I'm rich. And that's another thing I'm getting at. Just because you see a big house doesn't mean that they're rich. Because most of the time they spent all their money on that house and they're trying really hard to get enough money back. Like me, 100K isn't really that much. Because people might think that I live in this big of a house, I might as well have like a few $1,000,000. Well, that's not the case. So you just gotta put more thought into stuff. Like, you don't know how much money someone has. And begging, honestly, is super stressful and annoying, and put stress on those because they, like me, I always donate to a lot of people, and it puts stress on me because it's slowing down my profits when I'm trying to save up for stuff. So you're going to be more successful working than begging, because instead of begging, you could be working, getting promoted more, and getting more money. You get more money, no matter how much you beg, you're always going to get more money from working than begging. So don't beg. It's a waste of time, and most of the time no one's even going to donate to you. I also have a helpful, this is going to be like one of the last things I say. Here is something helpful. So, let's say some of your friends want to come over to your house, and they don't feel like walking or driving to your house. So you click on this, and then you say throw a party. Well, let's say you only want those 3 people to come, no one else. You don't want people storming your house, because once you throw the party, you give guest permission to everyone else. And so, you need to block them. So let's say I don't want this girl coming into my house. Block them, so when you throw the party, they can't go in the plot. But the people who you want to come, and you eventually, well, they were the people you were wanting to come over, so you just block everyone else, and then boom, only the people you wanted to come can go in your house, and the rest of the people are stuck out here wondering why they can't go in. I find this very helpful because I throw parties almost all the time, and I don't know, I just don't like people storming in my house. So yeah, that's all my tips and tricks and what not to do. And Bloxburg, if you guys have any questions, comments, or you want a part 2, then let me know. If you guys want another Bloxburg like help video on like a specific topic, like a building, like the basics of building, or like how do I do a job, like tell about every job, then just let me know. And yeah, so this is in this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.